Welcome to the Techie Tessie channel. My name is Tess, and today we're starting a new series called the Dissertation Diaries. So first of all, it's nice to be sitting down here chatting with you guys again. It's been a while. I know you guys have seen me in our recent shorts and everything, but it's been a while since I've done a full-length video on this channel, and you'll soon find out why. It's been a very busy few months for me because I'm going into my 4th year of university. Yup, it's that time. So I wanted to make this series because a lot of you always ask what it's like studying in the UK, and I thought, especially now that I'm going into 4th year, which is a big deal, I thought it'd be really useful for you guys to listen to and experience with me this journey of writing my dissertation. So to explain what that is, in 4th year of university here in Scotland, you can choose to do honours. And honours is a big project that you do in your final year, and your dissertation is the piece of literature you write about that project, and that's what ultimately gets marked. It's not your actual project which gets marked, it's your literature regarding the project. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So this might be a bit of a strange video because I'm just going to be rambling basically. It's been a while since we've done that here, but I will try my best to timestamp below all of the key sections. I've got a little post-it note here as a little cheat sheet. So what I'm going to talk about first is my topic. So obviously you have to choose a topic for your dissertation, and at first I had no clue, like a lot of final year students. Like, honours just comes by very quickly and you're like, oh snap, I need to come up with a topic that I want to research for an entire year. OMG, what shall I do? So I sat down with my favourite lecturer and we had a little chit chat. He asked me what modules I really enjoyed over my time at university. And so I told him that my favourite modules so far had been my database modules and my artificial intelligence module. So he was like, okay, cool, we'll find a way to combine those two. But in terms of databases, we had to get a little bit more specific. And so he told me that there were sort of 2 angles I could take. I could take the cloud computing route or edge computing route. And I was like, what's edge computing? That sounds badass. And so I'm going to explain what edge computing is in a moment, but we decided I'm going to go down the edge computing route. And then in terms of AI, my AI module was specifically about NLP, which is natural language processing, which is under machine learning, which is under AI. So you've got AI, machine learning, natural language processing, and I'll explain what that is as well. But to wrap it all together, my dissertation topic is going to be Edge NLP. So I will explain to you what Edge NLP is by first explaining what edge computing is and then explaining what NLP is. So as I spoke about before, I wanted to do something in terms of databases, and there are 2 main ends of the spectrum. One being cloud computing, which we all sort of know about now. It's a lot more, mainstream. And then there's edge computing, which I didn't even know about at first. So edge computing is where data is stored, handled, and processed at the data source. So where the data is ultimately collected is where it's processed. So it doesn't have to be sent off to a cloud server somewhere else. And NLP is natural language processing, which is something I'm extremely interested in. As you know, we're very about language accessibility on this channel, so that was very interesting to me. Natural language processing is about processing natural language, i.e. human spoken and written language, which is very complex, and making that into language that the computer can understand. So you know how we're trying to, improve all of these machine learning mechanisms and trying, because we're like, these computers, are auto-corrected text and stuff. It's like, this is whack. So, because natural language is so difficult and ambiguous, so trying to improve sort of computer understanding of humans instead of humans trying to understand computers, we're trying to help the computers out here. So I'm going to be combining those two into my own research. And so I have a giant book. This is what I'm going to be recording my dissertation notes in, okay? I'm not going to tell you I'm still being a little bit secretive, even though I'm making this whole series about it, but I want to, I don't want to just spill all the beans straight away. I have a provisional title, which is sort of like a first draft title of what my dissertation is going to be called. I'm not going to get it, I'm not going to tell you right now, because I don't want to tell you until it's final, but I had to also submit a little description of my project, so I'm going to tell you guys the description, okay? So this is how I'm going to be combining edge computing with NLP. Currently, AI assistants require an internet connection to function, which is not ideal. Edge NLP can help overcome connectivity issues by processing data within the device itself, even without internet access. So we're all about accessibility here, so I'm hoping to sort of create, or at least research, AI assistants, Siri, Alexa, hey Google, I don't know the name for the Google one, but those all currently need internet access in order to process language, right? So using Edge NLP instead of the cloud, which is what currently is being used, hopefully we can have AI assistants without needing internet access. So that is my goal for my research, and I'm so excited to finally share it. So over the next year, I'm gonna hopefully keep trying to keep you as updated as possible with these little episodes about me having to research and write this dissertation. And I know I'm not the only techie right now who is in their final year and therefore going to be doing their honors project, so you guys let me know how it's going for you as well, because I know there are members of the techie team as well as the techie community who are in the same boat. So we're going to get through this together over this next year, okay? I know this first episode was a little unstructured, a little bit crazy, but I'm just excited to be back with you guys. So do the usual things, like, subscribe, and of course keep the code coming. It's been a while since I've come out with a programming tutorial myself, but hopefully as I'm writing the code for this project, I will share it with you guys as much as I can. And of course the techie team, Hassan, Danish, and Isabel, will still be creating their programming tutorials for you guys every week, so stay tuned for those. So keep the code coming, and I will see you next time.